The Waikato man has been given home detention and community work for wilfully and recklessly ill-treating bobby calves at a pet food plant in Te Kauwhata last August. 38-year-old Noel Erickson was today sentenced in the Huntly District Court to 10 months home detention and 200 hours of community work. The maximum sentence for the charges was 5 years jail and a $100,000 fine. Our Waikato reporter Andrew McRae was at the sentencing and joins us now. Welcome, Andrew. What were the nature of the charges?
Good evening, John. There were 10 charges all up, and some were representative, and they only account for a 2-day period back in August last year, and that was the 2 days that the Farm Watch, the animal rights group, had secretly videoed what was going on in the pet food plant at Te Kauwhata. MPI, the Ministry for Primary Industries, was given the video. It was widely circulated, of course, and that's how the charges eventuated. They're all animal welfare charges, and it's all relating to the way the animals were treated when they came to the pet food plant in August, and they were, Erickson caused them serious injury, certainly pain and distress, and of course with bobby calves, only a couple of days old. And without going into too much detail, Erickson was working with the calves. They'd just been trucked into the plant. He used a lot of force on them. He kicked and hit the calves, dragged across concrete floor, dropped them on the floor, pushed some under a gate and over a gate, things like that. And really, in one case, he actually also put a calf onto a hook before it was actually dead.
Erickson admitted the charges, obviously. What did his lawyer say about why all this happened?
Well, he claimed that management at the plant had directed and condoned what he was doing. He also claimed that there was very little training given, no instructions about animal welfare laws. He also said that the equipment he was using was not suitable for the job. Erickson, through his lawyer, told the judge that he now appreciates the trauma and the pain the animals were going through. He regrets his actions, and he said initially he didn't want to do it, but he had a family to provide for, and he was worried about losing his job.
What did the judge say, Andrew?
Judge Marilena Burnett, she supported the view that he had been given inadequate training, also that the management hadn't supervised him, so she supported his views on that. She described the calves as newborn and very vulnerable. With her sentencing, she had the starting point of 3 years in jail, but then she gave him a discount of 25% because he pleaded guilty to the charges. She also took off time because she did believe that he wasn't adequately supervised and had very little instruction given to him before he started the job. She came down to about a 22-month period. That fitted in with the period allowed for home detention. The pre-sentence report from probation had recommended home detention, so she basically picked that up and gave him 10 months home detention. But she did say that if he served another 100 hours on top of his 200 hours community work, she would reduce that 10 months down to only 9 months home detention.
Our Waikato reporter Andrew McRae, who was at the sentencing, thank you very much indeed, Andrew.